Let's roast this cake in buttercream. I have 3 layers of a 7 inches cake. I already layered crumb coated, and now I'm gonna frost it. This cake is cold out of the fridge. How cold my cake is determines the consistency of my buttercream. So this buttercream is this runny because my cake is very cold, and if I use a thick buttercream, it's gonna set fast on me. So I like the idea of this melted buttercream. It's a little bit tricky to do, but when you get it, you get it. So this is what I use most of the time. I melt my buttercream and I just pour it over my cake, spread it around, and I finish it. A lot of people have said they find it hard to work with this runny consistency, but I think it's about practice, doing it over and over again. So this is a real-time video. There is no fast forward, it's just the way it is. This is the usual speed. I have to walk around it, so it takes about 7 minutes to finish. I have a bad habit of measuring exact buttercream, so this buttercream is just the exact quantity that I need, and that can also be a challenge. You don't want to be on the exact side so you don't get into trouble. You want to have enough buttercream to go around your cake in a single, in a single spread, if possible, if that makes sense. So you don't have to go melt a new batch of buttercream, just get enough. You always have leftover. So I use whatever scraper I have. I could use plastic scrapers. I am more comfortable with plastic scrapers. I don't like the stainless one. They are a little bit too heavy for my cakes and cream. So I use my regular plastic scraper. When I go around and I notice there are areas that needs to be touched up, maybe because there's not enough buttercream, I just go over it again, add more buttercream to those areas, and I scrape again. So that is what I'm doing at this stage. I spread more buttercream, I go around with my scraper. So I keep doing that, touching up any area where there are skips till I get the neatness, the perfection that I want. This cake is going to be covered in dredges, sugar balls, pearls, all through. So I need to just, it doesn't have to be perfect, but because of this video, I'm going to just make it perfect. My name is Fumi. I make cakes and I share tips to help bakers, especially those starting again in a new location like me. I used to be I'm a Nigerian. I have my business in Nigeria, but I recently moved to Canada. Not so recently, like 3 years ago, I moved to Canada and I had to start again. And I basically just share my journey, my challenges with everything doing business from scratch in a new country. So if you think you like what I share, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be glad, I'll be happy. Let me know if you have questions, if there are areas you want me to talk about or do videos about. I share long form videos and I share reels, short form videos like this. You can just check through my page, you see some of my work, some of my videos. On Instagram, I'm Cake Station Canada and Diary of a Niger Cake. Cake Station Canada is where I put my cake work, while Diary of a Niger Cake is where I share tips for bakers like myself. Yeah, back to my cake. At this point, this is the best way that I know to add my pearls to my cake. This method works if your cake is freshly covered. So I wouldn't take this cake to the fridge. If I take this cake to the fridge, it will be hard for me to add the dredges. So I need to add the dredges now that the cake is kind of still sticky, so that the dredges stays on the cake easily. So I basically just pour it on my cake like this. I see people do it different ways, but this is what works for me. If you like, you can put a tray on your work surface so that you collect all of the extra sugar balls and pearls that are going to be on the floor. But for me, I just let it go around the table. My table is clean. I'll pack it up when I'm done. So I hope you learned a thing or two from this video. It's pretty easy, straightforward. I'm leaving the edges like this. I'm not going to trim off the rough edges. But yes, if you like, you can trim it off. If you want a straight, sharp edge, I have a lot of videos on that on my page. And this is how beautiful this cake is looking. Like I said, everything took about 7 to 8 minutes to finish this cake, which makes sense. If you have mastered your medium, you don't need to take forever doing what you're doing. So that is me just trying to spread the sugar balls all around my cake, making sure everywhere is well covered. Making sure everywhere is well covered, and you're gonna see the nice beautiful result at the end of this video if you watch to the end. It's pretty simple. I think the most difficult part is this part where I'm adding the sugar balls. I don't know what's the right word. Is it sugar balls? Is it dredges? Is it pearls? Edible pearls? I think all of those names are correct. So yeah, I'm almost there. All my cake has been nicely covered with enough sprinkles. Yeah, that's another name for it, sprinkles. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already done so. It will make me happy. Like I said, drop your comments, your questions, encouragement. I'll read them all and I'll respond to them. I am based in Canada, Milton, Ontario. I offer cake classes. If you need one, you can also reach out to me. And like I said, you can follow me on Instagram. I share a lot of helpful content. I'm trying to be consistent on YouTube, but I'm not there yet. Okay, so at this point, I'm just taking off the excess of the cake board and just tidying up. I think I have enough coverage already. I'm just basically tidying up my cake board, make sure that everything is nice and set. And for the bottom corner, I just push it in like that so that it lays well on the cake and nothing is coming outside on the board. And that's just about it. We're going to reveal our finished cake shortly. Just watch to the end. You're going to see what it looks like. So here you go. This is what my cake looked like at the end. I added some flowers. So beautiful. Bye.